have just arrived in Hakone, Japan, and for the next 48 hours, we will be staying at a traditional Ryokan. And this is something that Chad booked for us months and months in advance, so we've been very excited to come here for a little wellness retreat.
Yeah.
But you don't know what a Ryokan is. You want to explain?
Yeah, I can explain it. So, a Japanese Ryokan is a traditional inn that serves you breakfast and dinner, Japanese style, of course, and they typically have an onsen, which is like a hot spring on the premises. So we are actually lucky enough to have our own private onsen right off of our room, and it's all filled by hot spring water from the mountains. And a ryokan in general is actually a place for reconnecting with yourself and with nature, so I'm very excited to just take a moment to rest and relax here.
Yeah, but with all that said, let's get into the room tour because this place is very special. As you can see, we already have our complimentary slippers on, but here is the entrance to our room. So coming in first, there's like a little lobby area, is like kind of what we like to call it, and we have to take our shoes off before we step onto this elevated area. And then we have our own little sliding door, which opens up to the room itself. So come on in. The floors are completely covered in tatami mats, which means we get to walk around barefoot, which we are very excited about because, you know, traveling from place to place, we're always wearing sandals in our room. So it's really nice to let our feet stretch out and to walk on these beautiful mats. And we have 2 twin-size beds, which look so comfortable. I'm ready to dive in there and get a good night's rest. And then we have a cute, tiny little table. I love how low everything is to the ground, and I also love the fact that, you know, sitting on the ground is encouraged here. And then coming back up, I want to first show you how big the storage area is here because all of our suitcases fit in perfectly and there's still so much room. So all of our belongings can be stored away in here and we can close it all up so we don't have to look at it during the day. We do have some nice sliding doors which allow us to break up the bedroom with the bathroom / porch area. So before we go to the porch, I want to show you the bathroom. So we have a sink to my right as well as a smart toilet behind that door right over there. The seat is heated and I've already tried it out. All the toilets here in Japan have just been mind-blowing to me, just how intelligent they are. And then right on the other side of this area, we have a little fridge where we can store some food. We have our drink station, which includes teacups, glasses, complimentary tea and water. And then we, of course, have a kettle. Every single room in Japan, we've stayed at, always comes with a kettle, which we absolutely love. And then here is the magic. We have our own private porch that does include a little onsen of our very own. So even though there is a public onsen that we can use in the facility, we can just come out to our porch and soak and not have to worry about sharing the space with anyone else. And of course, before hopping in the onsen, you gotta get clean, shower off. So we do have an outdoor shower. And then lastly, we have this gorgeous view of the mountains. And it's really nice coming here in the winter time because obviously it is cold outside. So when you get in the warm, cozy waters, you're just ready to relax and unwind. So I can't wait to enjoy this space throughout our time here.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Remember?
Oh, there is one more thing. All right, coming all the way back here. Behind these magical doors are our yukata. So these are complimentary loungewear that we get to wear during our stay. So we are actually gonna get dressed and show you what this traditional attire looks like. And I believe it also comes with coats because it is pretty cold outside. So let's get changed.
Yeah, let's do it. Watch no one else be wearing it.
That's such a weird feeling.
We come in peace.
Now that we are all dressed up, we are officially off to dinner, but I did want to make one quick note. These socks feel so incredibly weird. Like they feel weirder than the socks that separates each toe.
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like it. It's like you're wearing a constant flip-flop.
Yeah, that's true. It's so interesting being in such a traditional outfit on a modern elevator.
Yeah, we're starting to doubt a little bit whether we're supposed to be wearing these to dinner or not. But I guess if no one else is wearing it, we'll just embrace it.
So Claire has already said 3 times that the paper is very pretty.
Yes.
And she's so excited about the meal.
I really am. Like, look how beautiful this menu is. It even has like a little stamp from the head chef here. And it looks like we're gonna be getting an appetizer, some sashimi, a main, a rice, and a dessert. Like, this is a 5-course meal. I'm so impressed. Wow. It's beautiful.
This is dry ice.
Oh.
Wow. This.
So cool. Our next course is a beautiful hot pot. She just put in some balls of collagen, which if you don't know, it actually helps your nails grow longer, your hair grow thicker. And then we have this beautiful spread of vegetables. As you can see, we've got mushrooms, greens, some tofu. And then we have a gorgeous platter of meats as well. We have some chicken meatballs, some deer, some pork, and some beef. I knew the food was gonna be good, you know, like all the food in Japan, but this has really been a wonderful experience altogether.
We have finished all of our vegetables and Claire's now got the chicken meatballs going.
Yeah, and I'm dipping some pork in. These cook extremely quick, so I'm just gonna jiggle jiggle and whip it out.
Final piece of meat.
It's actually a lot of food, like I'm pretty stuffed, but there's still dessert. Ooh.
Wow. To finish this incredible meal, we have a fruit platter. I have kiwi, Claire has mango because she's allergic to kiwi, so they took note of that. But we also have some cake as well as some hot tea. Can she make it out?
Oh, so full. Ohio gozaimasu. We are back in the dining room with a beautiful spread of breakfast before us. I really do feel like this day is one of the best ways to experience Japan because even though I was raised in an Asian household and I have tried a lot of these foods that they brought out to us, there are a number of ingredients that I actually haven't tasted before, and it's just been really fun to be able to try things that we normally wouldn't order if we were just out and about exploring Japan. So this has been a very great immersive experience, not only in the food but in the culture and just wearing the attire, soaking in the onsen, and we really have been enjoying it. Honestly, if you find yourself in Japan, like book yourself a ryokan stay, and there are a number of different ones you can stay at in different price ranges. So whatever your budget is, I'm sure you can find something to accommodate it. So I did want to quickly share what we have for breakfast this morning. As you can see, we have another beautiful menu, and we get a main, which they call like a basket, which I believe is this sitting right in front of me. And then we have a number of different sides, as well as some green tea and miso soup, which seems to come with every meal, which I most certainly don't mind. All right, let's eat.
breakfast was wonderful, and between the time of breakfast and dinner, there's actually no plans at the Ryokan. So to fill up our time, we've decided that we're going to just stretch and relax, because that's what you do here.
Yeah, get some movement going since we're so full of delicious food.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Now that we've gotten a little bit of movement in, we are going to go and soak in our private onsen. And last night we actually got the chance to get a little midnight dip in. And what's really awesome is it's so cold outside right now that when you go into the hot spring water, it really does feel like you're being engulfed in the warmest blanket ever. And coming out from the water yesterday, my skin was just so incredibly soft. And the room actually comes with some complimentary moisturizing gel. I was slathering that all over my body last night, and I did wake up this morning feeling like a fresh baby straight out of the womb. So I'm excited to hop back in there today. And we're actually gonna be watching a little movie. So because we're in Japan, we wanted to watch a Studio Ghibli film, and we are looking through all the different options, and we decided to go with Kiki's Delivery Service because that was a movie that I watched very often growing up. It was the one DVD movie that my grandparents had at their house, so anytime we went to visit them, that was the movie that we would be watching, and it's gonna bring back some really good memories, but also kind of remind us of some of the good times we've had here in Japan. So I've already got my bathing suit on. We're gonna hop into our private onsen and enjoy some more relaxing moments. Because only breakfast and dinner are served here at the Ryokan, we've been waiting it out. We skipped lunch and we are now starving for dinner. I can't wait to see what they're preparing for us, but we're gonna head up to the dining room now.
I must say, nothing says dinner time like a yukata and toe socks.
I love our dinner outfits. It really allows you to eat as much as you need, and
with room to spare.
Yeah. Tonight we got another Sapporo beer to share, and oh my goodness, I can actually feel this hot sake that's just kind of like going down my throat, and I feel the warmth in my stomach right now. It's definitely very strong, and I think it's going to complement the meal very well. But they brought out our appetizers as well as this gorgeous colorful plate of sashimi. We have moved on to the star of tonight's dinner. This is the main dish. We have a fresh cream seafood hot pot, and just look at this platter of food. Oh my goodness, there's lobster, scallops, fish of all kinds, some chicken meatballs, mushrooms, vermicelli noodles, and greens just sprouting from the back, and tofu. And now we get to cook all of it, enjoy not only the delicious food, but the experience that comes with it. So I am so stoked.
It's a huge plate.
I know, look at how big it is.
Well, we've just made it back to our room after an incredible dinner. Claire is actually out in the onsen already. I've actually been reflecting a lot on our time here in Japan, but more specifically, we had mentioned in a previous video that I had visited Japan back in the summer of 2016, and that was actually one of my first big international trips. And I think that time really was a foundation to who I am today. And it also just impacted me in so many ways. Like I was just in awe of the Japanese culture, the hospitality, the cuisine, the vending machines, the technology, all of it. It was just so overwhelming, and it really showed me that the world is such a big place. And I think for me, that moment was such a critical point in me falling in love with travel. But anyways, I think tonight we're gonna be ending the video here. I might go and get a star time lapse, but I'm gonna go and join Claire, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning from our final day at the Ryokan. I've decided to wake up early to get some coffee before breakfast because we actually have to pack up all of our bags before breakfast because breakfast typically takes like an hour and a half and it starts at 8:30. We check out at 10, so we're already thinking that we won't have much time, but I decided to wake up early to check out. They actually have a little museum here and they have another one that's upstairs, so I'm gonna go look at that. But it's just really nice to be up and looking at the mountains, and this place is so beautiful. I don't know if we said this or not, but it's over 150 years old. It is so cool up here. You can just tell everything's extremely old. They have this shrine here, they have a dining room, but I think my favorite part is the woodworking. Like all of the floors, and they have these little details that are on the windows. It's just really remarkable. And you know it's old when the stairs squeak.
We've woken up for our final breakfast here at the Ryokan, and honestly when I woke up I was feeling a bit grumpy. I'm not a morning person and we've been having to wake up at 8:30, which isn't even that early, to come eat breakfast. But of course once I got to the table and I saw all the delicious food, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's worth it to wake up this early. So we have this beautiful metal bowl of udon. We've got all the many little sides in all these tiny little bowls that I absolutely love.
So every time that we start our meal, we already have a lot of food on the table, but then they bring out the little trolley with more food. It's just so exciting because I'm always like, oh wait, there's more? Thank you guys so much for joining us here at this traditional Japanese inn. We had such a wonderful time, ate a lot of good food, but we're actually gonna pack up our room and take an hour-and-a-half train ride over to our next city for our final video here in Japan, which is really bittersweet. But with all of that said, thank you so much for following along. And with that, we'll see you guys next time.